Hey folks, we're back with another crazy driving episode covering lawlessness from both drivers and pedestrians in Trinidad. So we just
What
passed a
the
car there, you see
fudge?
how it parked in order to let out a passenger. I mean, even a vehicle behind it had to go around it into the other lane in order to get by. How much would it take to just pull aside and let out the passenger in a proper manner? But no, you want to stick your vehicle out. Now this is something that really bugs me when I am driving on the road, is to see a vehicle in front of me swerving from side to side and basically riding the lane, riding the center. In other words, their wheels are on the center lane, that center line rather, or even crossing it.
What
So
the
really,
fudge?
you're not sure if they're drunk, they're on drugs, what's going on. But for me, those vehicles are very dangerous because you just don't know what they will do next. They have also a tendency to suddenly brake for no reason. You know, if you're going to drive, especially we're right now on the highway, I'm in south, you stay in your lane. There is more than adequate room for you to be in the center of your lane. You don't need to be to the extreme side, left or right. Just stay in the middle of your lane. This is another example of that. This vehicle, person is on their phone, you can't tell. But you see how they just
What
turned
the
into that
fudge?
lane, they didn't put on the indicator, and they're riding both lanes. You can't get past. Now she's on the left, then she goes back to the right. Let's look at that again. No indicator, goes into the right, but instead of going fully into the right, stays right there. So you can't really get past. And then moving at a slow speed, you keep to your left if you know you want to talk on your phone, or actually just pull over and speak or do whatever on your phone and then continue to drive. But now she's fully to the left, almost on the sidewalk, pavement. Now there's nothing really illegal here, but sometimes, you know, drivers really need to look at all the options. This guy wants to make a U-turn,
What the fudge?
but he can't. He doesn't fully make that U-turn because he doesn't have enough turn. The angle is bad. But sometimes you have to use all the options. That driver could have simply turned right with the rest of the vehicles, and right there where the arrow is pointing is a road where he could simply go back on the highway. By turning like that and reversing, he could have hit that truck. So, you know, look at all your options. Sometimes it's not necessarily the shortest avenue to get what you want done on the road. Here's a truck that is getting into my lane, no indicator, trying to get past vehicles. Decides that this lane is too slow, so he again, no indicator, goes back into the center lane. And notice how close I am to that vehicle, and decides no, it's still not good enough. He comes back into my lane, no indicator, and basically rides the vehicle in front of him. Don't do that, please. That can cause accidents, especially on a highway. Now in Port of Spain, there's a vaccination site on the right there. Sometimes vehicles try to get it. Where I just came out there from Napa is a proper way to get into lane so you could turn right. But look at what this vehicle is trying to do ahead. He wants to cross all the lanes. Notice that car on the right doesn't see him. That could have been an accident right there. Again, drivers, use all your options. You know, you want to, you know, you're fed up of waiting on a red light, you want to get green. You have to look behind you to make sure no vehicles are coming. If I did not turn into that other lane and see that vehicle coming, that would have been a crash. Here we're going to look at pedestrians. There's a crosswalk on top overhead, and what do we have here when I try to get into the right lane? Oh my goodness.
What the fudge?
And instead of going back, he goes to the center of the road. Let's look at that again. A clear crosswalk overhead, a walkover. They're there for your safety. This guy decides he's going to stand in the middle of the highway. This is the Diego Martin Highway, and instead of going backwards, he goes towards the traffic. My lady friend here, green light, casually walks across, and what you see in the background, that's right, a walkover, multi-million-dollar or whatever cost that is, walkover, but crossing on the green lights, make it unsafe for herself and drivers. Now here you always see things on the road.
What the fudge?
Besides being a distraction, they can be dangerous. Things flying, usually this is coming from garbage trucks or vehicles with stuff that is not secured. Now you might say, oh, this is no big deal, but they are a distraction because you will spend time looking to see what that is instead of the vehicles ahead of you, thus causing an accident. So secure your loads, please. Make sure things are not going to be flying around or end up on your road. Now this is the Diego Martin Highway, and check that pothole. We're going slow here because there's a traffic jam. But just imagine we are driving fast on this Diego Martin Highway. It's, at this present time, it is 80 kilometers speed limit, and you hit that pothole. That's a guaranteed accident right there.
What
Now did you see the situation? This blue car, not doing anything wrong, but something drivers do that I don't understand. This blue car is on a fast lane and sees this pickup truck coming off of a merging lane and suddenly freaks out and puts their brakes. For what? That pickup truck has to wait or merge in when it's convenient. You don't have to stop for them. Keep going, especially because you're in the fast lane. Vehicles are behind you. You can't just stop like that. By Trinity Mall here now in the east. Red light. People want to cross. Obvious thing to do is stop or no. No.
What the fuck?
This car, this driver feels he don't have to stop for nobody. Red light, people crossing, just going right through. And you might think that's a one-off, but I see that all the time, and in this video you're gonna see lots of it. Right here in Port of Spain now. This is Duke Street. Red light. They are clearly behind the line, and it's a red light, but no, they keep going.
What the fudge?
Both vehicles. So, and the other thing about this particular street, the lane I am in right now is to turn right. Then there's a center lane, which should be going straight. People like to take both lanes, just like those two cars did, and turn both right. But that, if you notice, the street on your right can only take single lane traffic. The light is clearly red, eh? Look at what this white car is gonna do. That's right, just go straight through. Next vehicle follows. A lot of Trinis like to follow bad examples. Partner here with the hand that was hanging out of the driver's side though. Does the same thing. Sometimes you often wonder if you are the one wrong because you just seen everybody just breaking the law. Here we are in Shogunas now. The infrastructure, for me personally, I love Shogunas, I love the people there, but the infrastructure sucks. I mean, this is a road that is coming off the highway. There should be better provisions for drivers so they can get where they're going. Endless traffic lights, roads that cannot handle the traffic. So here we have two lanes, one that should be turning right and one on the left that should be turning left or going straight. That security armored truck is gonna, I believe, turn left or go straight, which is correct for the lane they're in, the green light. See? But no, and watch it, it's a red light now going to happen. Everybody trying to turn right into one lane. Those two white cars ahead. And now we have this white
What
and
the
gold and
fudge?
this purple car in front of me. All of them. Silver car following, all going through the red like nothing.